Hey, welcome back, everybody. Appreciate you being here. Just got home from work, and I'm actually a little bit early today. So, you know what I always say, a little bit every day. We've got a beautiful day here. It's been single digits here in Southern Illinois for about the last 4 or 5 days, and it's actually 32 degrees right now, just on that edge of the ground getting a little sloppy. And as you can see, we did get just a little dusting of the white stuff the day before yesterday. I know there's a lot of you out there that got a lot of snow. Oh man, you know I'm not a fan of the snow, so we was lucky. But what they're saying is tonight the temperature is going to drop again. It's going to drop back into the teens for the rest of the next 2 or 3 days, and we're right on the borderline of getting snow or rain. They're not sure what it's going to be, so I thought I'd take this opportunity to take the four-wheeler and the little trailer next door. I've got a log I'd like to cut up tonight, just a small oak log. As you can see, we're starting to fill that tote, and that is oak. So I know it's not much, but I try to get a little something every day. And you can see Evan has been selling quite a bit of firewood. I think right now there's about 8 totes empty. I know the shadow's bad, sorry about that. We've got about 8 totes empty, and we've sold all the rows out here except for 1.5. We've got a full 2 rows there, and then there's a half row there, but then all the rest of those down there we're replenishing with the new wood coming from next door. So the way I look at it, if you sell a couple face cords during the week, cut a couple face cords. That's how I try to stay on top of it. So I'm going to head next door. I'm not sure what the wind is going to be like because the wind is coming out of the south, and it may not be very good audio, but we'll figure that out. Stick with me, get stuff loaded up, and get over there. Alright, so as you can see, made it next door, and man, I gotta say, I am loving this weather. After 4 or 5 days of single digits, this is a welcome break. So target log we got is right there. I backed the trailer up to it, and oh, by the way, there you go, Brandon. Brandon Hode, one of the subscribers, reached out to me in the comments in the last video and said, you know, I think would help you is to put another row of boards on your little trailer there. We did have a second row on there before, but when the boards rotted out, when I replaced it, I just put one. But because we were loading big rounds into it, and it just made it easier. But, you know, sometimes the comments, I know we say we always learn a lot from doing YouTube. We all help each other out. And it just didn't hit me to go ahead and put boards back on there. So now when Evan is splitting, we're not going to see that trailer overflowing so fast. So that's going to help out. So thanks again, Brandon, for reminding me to put boards back on that trailer. That was something we did in the garage the other day when it was nasty outside. So we got that done. And another thing we got done, you guys see here, IBC totes full of uglies, and another one waiting for uglies, and we've got pallets in between there. We went to the farm the other day and picked up some pallets that I get from work, and it just worked out perfect. 3 of those pallets sitting like they are right there. That's 8 foot perfect in between those IBC totes. So the plan is, I know the sun's going to kind of be a bear here for a minute. I've got logs scattered all over out there in between all those brush piles, and eventually they're going to get moved up here, and I'm just going to stage them right on the ground here. We're going to buck them up, probably bring the splitter over here and just split it and stack it right there. So it's kind of a little thing that hit me with these uglies. Instead of trying to nail pallets up and put braces, it's kind of hard to stack around those braces like we got at the house. I didn't really want these uglies sitting around over there, so I just brought them over here, and I'm going to use those to stack up against, and I can go all the way down that edge right there. So that is great. The farmer allowed me to store some wood over here, and we got a few more logs up there to get to. Kind of a funny story. We were over here the other day, and it was about 4 degrees outside, and Evan grabs a 400C and he starts cutting on one of those oak logs up there. And I was watching him, waiting to see what he was doing. And I'm over here with the 261 cutting on a small log over here, and I walk over there and he shuts us off. He says, "Dad, I don't know what I hit, or I don't know what's going on, but this 400 is dull." And I got a cut on my finger right there from when I sharpened it, because I wasn't wearing gloves like a knucklehead. I said, "That saw is not dull, son." I said, "Those oak logs you're cutting are frozen solid." I said, "I don't think you've ever cut frozen solid logs." I mean, it was cold. And oak's got a high moisture content anyway when it's green, 52 to 56%, somewhere in that range. So Evan learned something the other day. So let me get the saw out and get this thing bucked up, and I don't know, we may have time to do a little splitting. Well, there you go. Another beautiful trailer of oak. And I know some of you guys was probably thinking, why is he splitting some of them bigger, some of them smaller? All the bigger rounds, I try to get this barkless out of the middle. So you see me tossing barkless up toward the front there. And that'll go over here up in Evan's stand for the restaurant customer. And the rest of it will be stacked over there in the tote. All right, everybody, I think that's gonna do it for this one. Got me a little trailer full of splits over there to get stacked. And it takes a little longer when you're splitting barkless for a restaurant customer, but that's why he pays more for it. So I probably won't bore you all with the stacking, but hey, I say tonight was a success. Just a little something after work, and I feel good about it. So I appreciate y'all being here. And also the splitter valve. There was a lot of you that reached out in the last video and gave me some good information on what I could do for my splitter. The valve on it, if you caught it, it's kind of sticking. It kind of every now and then will take itself forward on its own. And I got to shout out Bill Obermeyer. Obi, he had the same issue. I know a lot of you commented to me, and I know you know what you're talking about maybe adjusting the detent or getting an O-ring kit for it and rebuilding it. Obi had a very similar splitter to mine, and he actually got a hold of the company, which is YTL, that produces most box store splitters. And he emailed me, reached out to me, so thanks, Obi, for doing that. He's got me on the right track, but I'm pretty sure I'm not very knowledgeable on working on valves and stuff like that myself. So I'm going to get a hold of YTL and probably just replace the whole valve, or at least talk to somebody there. But thank you guys for reaching out in the comments. It did help a lot. It led me in the right direction. So I appreciate that, and appreciate you being here today. So until next time, get outside. We'll see you.